All right, so you're curious about Aries and Libra love. Buckle up because we're diving into one spicy astrological pairing. This is all about those classic opposites attract vibes. And let me tell you, it's a wild ride.
It's funny, for all that fiery independence Aries has and like the whole air sign diplomacy of Libra, the source we're looking at says there's this crazy strong emotional connection.
Yeah, that's what surprised me too. At first, I was like, hold on, how do two signs that seem so different actually find that heart connection?
Well, think about it this way. They each bring something to the table that unlocks these hidden depths in the other person. Aries is just like straightforward, right?
Hmm.
No BS. That lets Libra kind of relax, drop the whole everything has to be in perfect harmony thing. They can just feel
So no more Libra trying to be everyone's best friend and avoiding conflict. That's got to be freeing.
100%. They can finally express all those deep emotions they usually keep bottled up. And get this, in return, Libra gives Aries something they crave, being truly seen. Not just the confident go-getter, but that sensitive soul underneath.
Whoa, I like that. Everyone else sees the Aries fire, but Libra sees those embers glowing with like warmth and depth.
Perfectly said. And that right there, that's the foundation for a bond that's not just passionate, but like deeply, deeply understanding. But, relationships need more than just deep emotions.
You're totally reading my mind because I was just thinking about trust. That's a relationship deal breaker.
You got it. And honestly, this is where things get a little less fairy tale, a little more tread carefully. What we're seeing in this source is trust, not exactly a strength for Aries and Libra.
Okay, I mean, that's not shocking given what we just talked about, right? Libra needs that reassurance, and, well, Aries gonna Aries.
Exactly. While Aries is off on some impulsive adventure, Libra is over there needing security. And they tend to get a little insecure sometimes. So picture this. Aries, without even a heads up, plans a whole weekend getaway.
Oh, I can already see the Libra anxiety going through the roof. Where are we going? Who else is coming? Did you even look at my calendar?
You nailed it. And suddenly Libra's questioning everything, wondering if Aries even values them. It's a recipe for disaster.
So it's this clash between Libra needing that validation and Aries just assuming everything's cool because they had good intentions.
You got it. Now, it's not that this pairing is doomed when it comes to trust, but it takes work. Libra's got to build that inner confidence. And Aries, a simple text like, hey, surprise, but trust me, you'll love it, can go a long way.
So it's like they both have to learn a new dance step. Libra's got to lead with their heart a little more, and Aries has to remember to bring their partner along for the ride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of learning new dances, this pairing has a pretty interesting dynamic when it comes to communication and how they challenge each other intellectually.
Oh, now this, I gotta hear it. Tell me more. Okay, you're saying Aries and Libra have this intellectual spark? I'm not gonna lie. With all this talk about trust issues, I need some good news here.
Get ready, because this part is wild. Remember how this source mentions Libra's connection to Aries' 10th house? Career ambition, long-term goals, all that.
Right, 10th house, big goals. What planet is that again for Aries?
Capricorn, the master planner, ruled by Saturn. And get this, Saturn is exalted in Libra.
Okay, time out for a sec. Exalted, Saturn, what does that even mean?
Basically, Saturn's energy gets a power boost in Libra, like it's found its dream job or something. And for an Aries-Libra couple, this means Libra has this like almost superpower for helping Aries actually reach their goals.
So it's not just Libra saying, you go, girl. It's like they're giving them the strategy, keeping them organized, all the things that maybe an Aries, with their impulsivity might miss.
Exactly. Imagine it. Aries is running full speed ahead toward the finish line, and Libra's right there on the sidelines, handing them water, making sure their shoes are tied, maybe even made a whole motivational playlist.
Oh my God, I love that visual. And it makes sense, right? Because they approach life so differently. Like we were saying, Aries wants it all, and they want it now. And Libra's like, hold up, let's think about this. Make sure it actually fits into your master plan.
Exactly. You've got fire and air working together, which is amazing when you think about it. Aries has the spark, the drive, and then Libra comes in and fans those flames, but like in a way that won't burn the whole house down.
But you said there's some learning curves here.
Yeah, because imagine this. Aries, who's used to just going for it, might suddenly feel like Libra is holding them back with all this planning and strategizing. They might think Libra's criticizing them, trying to control things.
And then Libra's probably thinking, hello, I'm over here putting my blood, sweat, and tears into organizing your dreams and you don't even notice.
Exactly. And that's how resentment builds. So communication is key. Aries, remember that Libra is just trying to help you succeed. It comes from a good place. And Libra, try to loosen the reins a little, Let Aries be Aries, but just be there to offer support, when they need it.
So finding that balance is what it's all about.
Balance, communication, and maybe a shared calendar so everyone's on the same page. Now, moving on from all this serious ambition talk, how about we talk about something a little more fun? Shared activities.
Thank goodness. All this ambition talk makes me want to take a nap.
Well, get ready to be surprised. Because according to this, the main thing Aries and Libra connect on is intimacy.
Wait, really? That's it? No hiking, no museums, just straight to the bedroom?
Hey, a strong physical connection is important, right? But of course, you can't build a whole relationship on that.
Yeah, as fun as it might be at first, eventually you're going to have to talk to each other.
Right. And this is where it gets interesting because, honestly, these two tend to have very different interests. But this is where I think the opposites attract thing can actually be a good thing.
Okay, now you have to explain this one. How can clashing interests be a positive thing?
Think about it this way. You're both into your own thing, right?
Hmm.
You have your own passions, your hobbies, your friends, and Aries has theirs. It's an opportunity to experience new things, see the world through a different lens. It's like that analogy you used earlier about building a bridge between two cultures.
Right, you don't have to be fluent in the same language, but you can appreciate the differences.
Exactly. So instead of seeing those differences as a bad thing, see it as a chance to learn and grow, both together and on your own.
Okay, that's actually a really cool way to look at it. So it's not about being annoyed because your partner is dragging you to another opera. It's about expanding your horizons.
Exactly. Maybe Aries will surprise you with their love for indie music. Or you'll discover a hidden talent for archery thanks to your adventurous Aries.
Love that. And just as important as trying new things is respecting each other's need for alone time, right?
Absolutely. Being in a relationship doesn't mean you have to do absolutely everything together and become the same person with identical hobbies and friends.
100%. Sometimes absence really does make the heart grow fonder, and it gives you more to talk about when you are together. Okay, so we've covered a lot. The emotional connection, the trust issues, that whole intellectual dynamic, and the importance of finding that balance between spending time together and having your own lives. But there's one more thing, right? The whole seventh house thing.
Oh yeah, this is where it gets deep. Remember we said Aries and Libra are each other's seventh house.
Oh.
The house of partnerships, committed relationships, all that.
Right, the us house. And Aries and Libra naturally fall into that house for each other. You're saying that's a big deal. It's like the universe is playing cosmic matchmaker or something. You've got these two totally different signs, but when you connect them, bam,
Yep.
it's all about partnership.
Yeah, and it's deeper than just like surface level stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Seventh house connections. We're talking a karmic tie, destiny, the real deal. It's like the universe going, hey, you two, you've got work to do, lessons to learn together.
Oh, wow, I like that. So it's not even really about being an Aries or Libra. It's about each person's journey in this relationship. It's like the training ground for all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the things this pairing struggles with, it usually shows them what they need to work on within themselves. You know how you can like date the same kind of person over and over but with different clothes on?
Oh, God, don't get me started on my bad boy phase. What was I thinking?
Exactly. This pairing, it's their chance to break out of those patterns, to grow on their own and as a couple.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is we've got this cosmic dance going on, right? Two total opposites, which means tons of passion, but also probably some drama. So how do you make it work if you're brave enough to try?
Awareness is huge. Libra. Maybe chill on needing constant reassurance. Tap into your own strength, you know. And Aries, remember, you're a Libra person. They love those little gestures, feeling appreciated, and obviously communication. Got to have that.
Oh, and that shared Google Calendar isn't a bad idea either.
For sure. But think bigger picture for a sec. It's not just putting up with those differences. It's about really embracing them, like that bridge idea we were talking about.
Right, seeing things from a new perspective, trying new...
Yep. And most important, you're not just your sun sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're way more complex than that. You've got your own story, your own relationship history. This isn't about giving you all the answers, just giving you some stuff to think about.
Love that. So basically, if you're trying to make it work with an Aries and a Libra, your birth chart isn't everything. You have the power to make your own choices, write your own love story.
Maybe that's the key, huh? Not finding someone who checks off all your boxes, but someone who helps you grow in ways you didn't even know you needed, even if it's scary or pushes you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, beautiful said. Okay, everyone, that's it for this deep dive. Keep exploring those connections, and remember, love, it's full of surprises, kind of like the universe itself.